prior to that, I just want to congratulate our girls over here who've been the winners lately in the homemaker category and the singer category. We have Alia, Jamil, and Richa Tandon. They are the admins of WHH. तो मेरे दो अनमोल रतन जो हैं उनको तो दोनों को मिल गया, and I can't tell you कितनी खुशी की बात है, मेरे लिए ड्रीम कम ट्रू है.
Thank you for motivating us.
Thank you,
Aisha.
Yes, that's true. That push.
बार बार
Actually, that
बोलना है
push.
उसको, रिकॉर्ड कर लो यही बात को.
That's very sweet of you. But नहीं, तुम दोनों में potential था, इसलिए of course थोड़ी सी push कर रहे थे, but then they were the ones who did it, and yes, they deserved it. उनकी जूरी मेंबर थी यहाँ पे होममेकर्स कैटेगरी में जो थी वो निशा टंडन, जो आज हमारे गेस्ट स्पीकर है, वो आज हमारे साथ हैं. So that's amazing again. So yes, उनके बारे में I'm coming there, but before that I have an announcement. We have another member joining in. So she's here, Radia.
Hello.
Welcome to WHH group, and
Thank
she's the new
you.
admin
Thank
there.
you so much.
So she is very hard working woman, बहुत ही potential woman है और बहुत zest के साथ अपना काम कर रही है. I can see that, you know, वो जो चाह होती है काम करने की, that Radia has. So I'm sure Radia is going to take WHS to the next level. Of course, she'll help us in taking it to the
Inshallah,
next
we'll try my best.
Congrats,
So,
Radia.
Thank you, Vati.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody.
And we have few other winners जिनके पास ट्रॉफीज होल्ड करने के लिए और घर में रखने के लिए जगह नहीं है. एक तो है हमारी गेस्ट स्पीकर मिस निशा, दूसरी हमारी भावना सूद, हमारी डॉक्टर सुप्रिया. सो और मैंने किसी को मिस करा है अभी इसमें से जिनको अवार्ड्स अभी लेटली मिले हैं? आई थिंक नहीं, इन तीनों को. राइट? डिड आई मिस एनीवन गर्ल्स? नहीं. सो आई थिंक ये वाले हैं जो लेटली अभी इनको मिले हैं. सो कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस एंड मे यू कीप शाइनिंग और से बस ग्रो होते रहो एंड सपोर्ट ईच अदर. अब सबको WHH को भी साथ लेके जाओ. So now let's begin. I would need access here. Do I have the access, Miss Poonam? Can you please give me the access of sharing the screen?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Thank you. So, Miss Nisha, just 2 minutes, and then we are going to take you on a journey. So, brief introduction of Miss Nisha का होगा. A darling person, मतलब बहुत ही कम बार मिली हूँ, लेकिन इतना दिल के करीब है ये औरत मेरे, because वो जो काम करती है, इनका जो patience है, इनका जो वो passion है, children of determination की तरफ से, that is like another level. I think that is one thing that pulled me towards her, and very 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 down to earth. और टैलेंट तो माशाल्लाह पूछो मत, अब मालूम पड़ता रहेगा तुमको कि कितना टैलेंट है बंदी में, क्या क्या करती है ये. So yes, we're coming there. मेरे को जस्ट एक्सेस चाहिए स्क्रीन शेयरिंग का, जो मुझे मिल गया. And here we go. Is it visible, girls?
Yes.
Awesome. So ये है हमारी गेस्ट स्पीकर आज, मिस निशा टंडन. Can we have a big round of applause for our guest speaker, please? Yes. So today, after 3.5 months, I can say एक बोनी हो रही है हमारी WHH session की, and which is through a very 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 talented woman. That's none other than Miss Nisha Tandon. So today's guest speaker, Mrs. Nisha Tandon, is an award-winning writer. Nisha has penned and published 3 books of poetry. Her journey from a wife, then a mother, to a poet and entrepreneur come qualified trainer is truly motivational. Nisha Tandon's debut book, Footprints, best describes her as a person. Despite being a free soul, she values family commitments and ensures that she is present for them at every phase in life. This is the biggest challenge जो हम सब working women का होता है, you know, कि हम family को work को equal time नहीं दे पाते हैं. कभी कभार career की तरफ हमको जाना होता है, लेकिन हम बच्चों को छोड़ जाते हैं, you know, कि वो important जो precious moment है वो miss कर जाते हैं. लेकिन you know वो जो बहुत कम लोग होते हैं जो बहुत easily अच्छे तरीके से ना दोनों balance कर पाते हैं. And Miss Nisha, I don't know how you are managing it, you know, like, of course, you have a little different journey than all of us, and then yet having a child of determination at home. And आप इतना time देते हो, हर एक event में वो बच्चे के साथ होते हो, सब कुछ करते हो उनके लिए, that's commendable. Hats off to you. Yes, Miss Alia.
Yes, thank you, Ayesha. As Ayesha has told, even myself, I would say the first time I was introduced to Miss Nisha was through that jury section which I had with her. But she made me so comfortable and I was at ease speaking with her. और तब से I had a desire to meet her and finally inshallah I will meet soon. उस दिन इतना मौका नहीं मिला meet होने का award के दिन. So now I carry on with that. Nisha gives foremost priority to being a supportive wife and dedicated mother. In spite of being actively involved in various work arenas, yet she maintains a perfect balance between home and work. She faced quite a few hurdles, yet accepted the challenges and pursued her dream of publishing her poetry, which I think we will get to listen to few of her stanzas, I feel so today.
Inshallah.
That's a typical Taurian traits. As a person, Nisha believes live life king size. She does not refrain from trying new things and considers failure as a stepping stone to success. Richa, will you please take over?
Yeah.
One second, girls. There is some background noise somewhere.
1 second. Yeah.
I'm not sure किसके end पे है
There is
वो.
some background. Yeah. Married at the age.
Miss Richa, you're muted.
Yeah. Okay. Married at the age of 23, after 8 traumatic years, she was blessed with.
Miss Richa, we can't hear you.
Somebody is muting me. I don't know.
Okay, we're sorry about that.
It's okay. Yeah. Married at the age of 23, after 8 traumatic years, she was blessed with a child, a motivational mother with 2 young, beautiful adult girls, elder pursuing engineering in US, while the younger attends a special needs school. Life has not been a bed of roses for Miss Nisha. Her younger daughter was diagnosed with a genetic disorder, Down syndrome. After a lot of contemplation and study, Nisha took the challenge of raising her younger beauty within a normal, inclusive environment. I had heard a lot about Miss Nisha. I think, Ayesha, you were only telling me, like, we used to hear, in fact, in IWD also, many platforms, I had seen Miss Nisha, but that day during the IWD season awards, I got a chance to meet her and it was like amazing. She's such a magnetic personality. So looking forward to hear from you, Miss Nisha. Yeah.
Yes, Miss Radhi.
Thank you, Miss Richa. And the journey is really commendable. Thank you. Really commendable. Just to carry on, better late than never. At around 50, Nisha pursued a passion of poetry, writing. She received many accolades and recognitions like recipient of Indian Women Achievers Award in the 3rd ALS Literature Festival 2021, recipient of winner in Best Debut Poetry Book Hindi Chand Ehsaas in the 3rd ALS Literature Festival 2021, and recipient of Best Debut Poetry Book English Footprints in the 3rd ALS Literature Festival 2021. So commendable.
Mashallah.
Mashallah.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Miss Radia. And इनकी जर्नी के बारे में जितना बोलो उतना कम है. मतलब you can see कि हर बार हमारे एडमिन कुछ बता रहे हैं. ये इनका एक जर्नी जो इन्होंने जिया है, ये इनके जो अचीवमेंट्स हैं, you know, मतलब इतने हर्डल्स होने के बाद भी इन्होंने जो अचीव किया, इट्स कम्प्लीटली मार्वलस. और हमारे लिए इतनी इंस्पायरिंग है. फॉर मी एज अ पर्सन, मुझे इतना कुछ सीखने मिलता है मिस निशा से, you know, कि वो आई थिंक आज इस सेशन में आज आप सबको भी वही मिलने वाला है इंशाल्लाह. So let's continue with her accolades here. She was featured in the literature category of the 2020 Indian Women Achievers Award by the Asian Literary Society. She is the recipient of the Best Author Award by Indian Women in Dubai, IWD Awards in Season 1, 2021. She has launched website nishamusings.com on 8th June 2020 to document her literary journey and her daughter's journey with Down syndrome. Let's join together in welcoming and knowing more about exceptionally talented Miss Nisha Tandon. Can we have a big, big round of applause for Miss Nisha, please? So Miss Nisha, थोड़ी है ये अपना इनके बारे में हमने जितना बताया ना बहुत थोड़ा है. Now she is going to take over and now she is going to tell कि उन्होंने क्या actually देखा अपने life में और कैसे उन्होंने hurdle अपने cross. So guys, let's keep ourselves muted, everyone, and it's over to Miss Nisha.
I'm already in tears, क्योंकि लग नहीं रहा कि, after seeing all this, कि have I actually done all this? You never sit back and think what you have achieved. I only look forward to seeing what else can I do in my life. I think, each woman, I believe in the fact that each woman is a warrior and she has an army behind her to support her. So, irrespective of the fact that, we, happy homemakers, as you call yourself, each homemaker is the foundation of her home and the society around her. So I think kudos to all of you, no matter what, for what reason you all have quit your, pursuing your career. But like me, how I started, I picked up the string from where I left. I think each of us is capable of doing so. So age is not the factor, it is just the spirit. So that is how I start, because I started much later in life. But me turning into a homemaker was out of choice. So before I proceed, Ayesha, thank you so much for this platform. Thank you for putting me across to such wonderful women. And I would like to know more about each of them, because I know, where they are today is because of some reason, and they're a part of your big, happy group. And I would like to be one of them in future too.
Inshallah.
Yeah. So I don't know, each of us has a journey. Each of us has a story. Mine may be a little different, like Ayesha said, but, I had a very happy childhood, a very content childhood, coming from, my father was with the Tatas. So a lot of, those values were imbibed in me also. Tatas have a certain code of conduct. So we all follow, there are some disciplinary rules, there are some values that it was instilled in each of us. And I think all our parents have brought us up similarly. So, where you just take life for granted, I think, I've finished my studies, now I take up a job, then I'll get married, I'll have children. So I think I was also living in that, paradise. So, but things, and knowing my nature, I was always a rebel, going against the tide. I never wanted to do what everybody else was doing. So in the house, I was always the one, I think maybe even beaten a few times, but that is okay. I took it in my stride. I'm proud to be where I am today, thanks to my upbringing, thanks to my spirit, and thanks to the support I have received from, maybe, my immediate family, in the periphery, whoever was there. So I think each one has played a role in bringing me where I am today. This is not the end of the journey. There's so much more to achieve. This is just the beginning. Even if I'm 52, I just feel that there is so much more left in me to achieve. Well, so that was about me. I don't want to take away, but I just want to share my journey. I did my hotel management. Then I got a job with Morya Sheraton Hotel and Towers in Delhi. 3 long years and beautiful working experience. Then getting married to a person of my choice. It was considered to be a taboo. I come from a very conservative family, Agarwals, and it was very difficult, to convey to my parents and, tell them that, yes, I'm marrying the right guy. I think each of us, we have daughters and we know, we are apprehensive about the people coming in their lives. Similarly, my parents were no different. So anyway, they got me married against their own wishes, but they knew, I'm a very headstrong girl. I'm a Taurian. So I will not give in so easily. I fought for it, and now we are married for 29 years. Good moments, bad moments, but mostly happy moments, because, my husband is a very, very, simple guy. I think I'm the one who, brings the storm in his life. So, but that's okay. He's accepted me the way I am. And बोलते तो है कि अगले 7 जन्म तुम्हारा ही साथ मिले, but I hardly believe him because I'm not such an easy person to deal with. So, but that's fine, it's by choice. He's asking God, and maybe God will say, Amin. So go ahead. You will have her as your wife for the next 7 years, 7 janam. So, apne pair pe kulhadi maar rahe, but that's okay. That is like, so far so good. Life was going, we got married, we had our differences, initially coming from a very a different family setup, coming to a joint family, nucleus a joint, but touch wood, they all supported me. Everything was going very fine. Then 2 years we thought we must not have children, because we live in paradise, na re, bacche to ho hi jayenge. Let us enjoy life for 2 years. Similarly, it was no different for me. We took the decision as a couple, and our family supported. But those 2 years turned to 7.5, 8 years. There was no issue. We did everything possible. All our reports used to be normal. But God has his way of testing us. He was like, I was such a impatient person, and I always wanted things my way. But this time God was having things his way. He said, you will have to go down. So anyway, just at the juncture where I was planning to adopt a child, convincing parents, again, in-laws and parents was not easy. But, I had taken the decision. Sushil and me were on the same page on this, that we must adopt a child because 8 years is a long time. So anyway, when the day, it's unbelievable, miracles do happen. The day we went and registered ourselves in Dehradun, the same day I conceived. It may seem impossible, but it is like 8th of December and 9th of December was my date of conception. So, miracles happen, and something similar happened in my life also. And here I'll just give it a break and give you a few lines of my poetry I wrote for my older daughter. And the day she was delivered, immediately I put in my resignation. I was working as a teacher. I was a teacher for almost 8.5 years. It was my choice to take up, her responsibility. I had waited for her for almost 8 years. So my principal said, take a sabbatical, come back. We don't want to lose you. I said, no, ma'am, I have waited this long for her. And I think I should give whatever I have to her. So this is what I wrote for her, and I'll just read it out. गुजर हो रही थी ये अधूरी सी जिंदगी, हर गम को हम अपने अंदर समेटे हुए थे, रोशनी का चिराग भी बुझने लगा था और अंधेरे भी कहां अभी दूर हुए थे, ना उम्मीदी भी दस्तक दे रही थी जिंदगी में, आंसुओं का सैलाब पलके भिगोए हुए था, मुस्कुराहट ने जैसे छोड़ दिया था दामन मेरा, और ये दिल भी अधूरे ख्वाब पिरोए हुए था। एक मोड़ जिंदगी का ऐसा आया कि वक्त ने ली करवट और सब कुछ बदल गया, मेरी जिंदगी में तेरे आने से मिट गए गम के बादल, और अब हर लम्हा लगने लगा हमें कुछ नया. So she brought in a lot of positivity in my life.
Amazing.
Today she's 21. She just turned 21 in this September, and she's pursuing engineering in Chicago. She's been a blessing in our lives. My father-in-law used to always say, Nisha, you're not having children now, but the day you are blessed with children, you'll see their names in newspapers. And I used to think, every elderly person in our family wishes for the same. But frankly, all his predictions have come true. Both my children have done me proud. And I raise my collar today. I don't have one, but I raise my collar. And, I always feel all the good qualities my children got from me and all the bad qualities they got from the dad, which he doesn't have. He has none of them. He's such a down-to-earth person, always obliging. So I think, I'm very proud to have two daughters like my, Gitansha and Anoushka. That is what I named them. Well, when Gitansha was born in 2001, I was content. We were like, our family is complete. Just we left everything to God. We didn't even desire a second child. We just, went with the flow. But God had plans again. He said, okay, she's in her comfort zone. So let me just get her out from there. And then I got 27th of Feb 2002, I got this news that I'm expecting another baby. 2003, sorry, 2003, I am expecting another child. Oh my God, it was like God sent. But I did not know what to expect. I just thought, another baby. People would say, ladka ho jaye. You know how our society is. Ladka ho jaye, complete ho jayegi family. But I didn't care, damn. I just said, I'm having another baby. Is sent. It's God sent. So, and then we started preparing for her arrival. Well, things were supposed to, take a very different turn than what we expected. On 11th of no, I was supposed to go to the hospital. I got admitted because my doctor was very friendly with me. She said, "You want a C-sec?" It was by choice. I didn't want to go through that normal pain, so delivery pains. So I said, yes, I want a C-sec. So she admitted me in the hospital. And she said, we have two dates in mind, 10th of October and 11th of October. So I said, no, I want Amitabh's luck to go on her, rub her. So I want my baby to be delivered on 11th. So okay, 11th it was. But I was in anesthesia. I was just coming out of the pain. And I would see, doctors rushing in and rushing out. I was wondering what's happening. So they would see her hand, they would see her ears and her foot. And I could just hazily see it. Then one doctor came and, I think it was very unempathetic of the doctor. He came and said, there is some problem with your child and she may not sit, she may not eat, she may not walk. Something hits you, something.
Oh.
Sorry.
We love you, Miss Nisha. You're very strong.
I know I am a very strong person. It's not easy to go through that, but I want to share it because, there are people hiding their past, hiding their, whatever problems they have in the cupboard. Please don't do that. Face them. The moment you learn to accept and face, things become so easy, So as a parent, and especially as a mother, our career is on one side, everything is on one side. But when it comes to, our children, I think we become like Ma Durga and Ma Chandi, nobody can touch my children. That is what I feel. I may fight with them. We have differences, we don't talk for days, but, ultimately I am where they come back to, for every problem. So anyway, so the doctor said there's some problem. And what I told him at that time, I said, doctors, please don't disclose this to my family. Just send my husband in and I want to break the news. Because they were expecting ladka ho jayega. And when you hear there's a special child, it's not going to be easy for them. So Sushil came in and I told him, I said, see, we as a couple, nothing is sure. They're just diagnosing. They just have to still do the reports and all, but we know there is a problem. And let us disclose to a family. But you will not believe the moment we told our family, they were all around us as a big support factor, big support factor. Everybody was running around finding, because Down syndrome is something हमने कभी सुना भी नहीं था. 2003, this internet was not so, effective. Plus, we used to live in a la-la land. Arey, bachche ho gaye, bas, my life is complete and I can do what I want. So anyways, so it was the family support, that brought us together, and they started doing internet surfing, jaake cafe mein, because we didn't have laptops that time. I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of things which were not there, but everybody, did what they could and find out all the information, but it was confirmed. Then the rounds of doctors and, I was not in the condition, but still going to the doctors for follow-ups. There was only one doctor in Delhi who would, who would see, IC Verma. And he would generally, he would see the child and just very blatantly say, this child will not survive more than this many days. He was like God. I don't know. I'm not sure if he's still alive. He was quite old that time. And the parents would curse him, क्यों मेरा बच्चा तो बिल्कुल ठीक है, क्या है, Down syndrome क्या होता है? So I went to him very apprehensive. I don't know what he'll say. And you'll not believe, he saw Anoushka and he said, she's quite normal. So everything is fine. Only you have to go start the medication. So, that gave me a lot of hope. Then I took her. It was my decision again. सब सोचते होंगे मैं, they call me कि hunter वाली, and they call me तुम्हारी चलती है घर में. But I think we are where we are because I take a few decisions and everybody supports. So I think that's necessary. So I decided, let's forget everything. She's going to have a normal life. She's going to face everything. I mean, there are problems every child, every normal child also faces. So let her not be any different. So I took her for her first holiday, December end to Jaipur, and my family supported, and they were accompanying us. So this is how. Then she had, when she was 8 months old, she was flown from Yemen, because we took her to Yemen. My husband was posted with Taj there. We had to bring her back in SOS emergency situation because she had no oxygen left in her. So we almost gave up on her. We said, see, I don't think this is how many months she had to survive. So at 8 months, her cardiologist immediately asked us to come to Delhi. We flew her to Delhi via Bombay. It was a disaster again. But again, I think Jako Rake Saiya Mar Sake Na Koi. She was meant to be, she was meant to live on. We reached the ICU there. The doctor was waiting with, just to receive her. And she was in the ICU. She had some heart closure. She had some holes. So the doctors had to, work on her for almost 2 weeks. She was in the hospital. We brought her back. Then, challenges have been never ending, But for once also, I did not give up. I took each day as it came, like, okay, we have crossed this hurdle. This is the milestone. Let's not go to what she'll do when she's 20. Let's do what she'll do when she's 5 months old, 10 months. So we took each, step as it came. And God's grace, she's, I think, a mini me. She has got so much of, she's very high spirited, so much of positivity. Everybody who's met her or seen her or follows her Insta handle is named by her, diva.Anoushka. She thinks she's a diva. She is a diva, because she loves the camera. She loves to be in front of the camera. Now, somehow I used to feel, my older one is being sidetracked, So I think in those growing years, when the challenges were there with my younger one, I would try to give in, most of it. But, it happens, when one child needs special attention, the other one, feels neglected. So we just decided, no matter what, we will, help her pursue her dream. She wanted to be an engineer. And it's not easy with, currently the scenario post-COVID, especially how it has been. It has hit everybody financially. My husband lost his job, but we did not compromise on her education. She was deserving. She got an admission in UIUC. And it was, I think, 2:00 in the night. She was the results were supposed to be out, and she was sleeping on the bunker next to me. And she screamed, "Mama!" I said, "What happened?" "Mama, I got through." I said, "I knew," and I slept off. She says, "It was a horrible mother." I was so happy, like, I don't know. Maybe I was like overreacting, but I said, I must not show my happiness to her, nazar lag jayegi types. But touch wood, she's pursuing her engineering. She's in 3rd year. She's an achiever in college there. She's recognized for a lot of things that she does. My younger one, her journey is like my journey. So I'm living my dream through her. I'm bringing her up the way I think all parents would do, but maybe an extra effort, because I don't want her to anytime feel that, she can't do this. She has that fighter spirit. She always says, "I can, Mama, I'll try, I can." And which is very good. When we did trekking, she accompanied us. We did cliff crossing. She was, I think, around 8 years old, and they refused that she's too young, over 12 only. But she said, "I want to do." She did rock climbing, she did rappelling, she did river rafting. So I think you name it, horse riding, swimming, aqua aerobics. So wherever I find an opportunity, I reach out to those people. She's just learning cycling. She's a little, on the heftier side. So balancing is a big challenge with her. So I don't know, this is the journey so far. When I was 50, I used to write poetry when I was like little, around 9 years, 10 years, a lot of unsaid emotions. I was the middle child. My father also writes poetry. So, a lot of things I could not express, a lot of anguish when you're growing up, being a middle child, me the middle daughter, we have 3 daughters. So I used to always feel, I didn't get this. Hota hai, 3 siblings, there's a sibling rivalry. Parents are, have an inclination towards a particular child. And I was always a rebel. So whatever my emotions were, I think I expressed in a form of poetry. Where I used to share on social media with my friends. They used to always think, "Yare, share karo, you write so well. You write which touches our heart. So why don't you share?" So I think that is how my poetic journey began. and I just keep writing a lot of poetry and sharing and then publish books. There's something I want to, share just a little what I wrote for Anoushka. So I hope that is okay.
Of course, we'll love
Sorry,
to.
Ayesha. I think a trigger button on ho gaya and I just kept on speaking without
नहीं
stopping.
नहीं नहीं I mean like I can see most of my girls over here, their eyes are completely full, they're teary eyed के साथ बैठे हैं और मेरे को था कि मेरे आंखें यहाँ तक, मैं बोली अल्लाह मस्कारा जाएगा तो मैं शैतानों के जैसा दिख जाऊंगी, तो मैं ये करके रुकी हूँ, बट ऑलमोस्ट वी आर हियर. तुम्हारी जर्नी हम भी जी रहे हैं साथ में तुम्हारे अभी. यू हैव
Thank
लिटरली
you.
टेकन अस उस तरफ वहां पे कि तुमने जो दिखती है ना, मेरे को एक इमेज है निशा टंडन के बारे में, ये ऐसी दिखती है बाहर से, इसने ये सब किया है, ये सब गो थ्रू किया है, ये नहीं था मुझे पता, सो मुझे भी लिटरली गूज बम्स आए.
नहीं, आई थिंक आई एम ओनली स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सन. कभी किसी एक मेरी फ्रेंड ने मुझे बोल दिया था, Kittu, we call her Kittu, Anushka ko. Kittu needs our sympathy. I did not talk to that friend for almost 2 years. Then we made up, I said, see, she doesn't need sympathy. And she is such a loving child. I mean, every child is loving. We have to just embrace them. I mean, with all their, shortcomings, every child has a shortcoming. Some are good in study, even normal children, some
Of
are good in
course.
study. But you cannot, say, oh, is bachche ko sympathy. I said, give them empathy. That is all they need. Acceptance. Society mein unki jagah bane, unko lage ki we are accepted. And, I have been fortunate because I have found friends and family who have been so loving. I think she's sabki aankhon ka tara, literally. किट्टू कुछ बोलती है तो वो पूरा होना ही होना है, irrespective, like अभी nephews, niece की शादियां हो गई हैं, extended families हो गई, even they, कि they have accepted. So for me, the journey becomes so much easier. बस मैं ये जब हो रहा था, मेरे meltdowns थे, I was going through, I would put up a brave front, but as a see, father is there, he is supportive. लेकिन क्या है, उनकी एक अलग life है, उनका career है, so he is busy pursuing that also. But for a mother to see the child 24/7, 365 days in a year, and for last 19, 20 years, it was not easy. It is not easy. So we are living that pain or that frustration, that anger, why me? Those moments we are living. So you cannot deny a fact. हम लोग कोई भगवान नहीं है कि अरे we will deal with it. It's not. Sometimes there are times I have questioned God. And this is one such time I wrote. It's a long poetry, but I'll read only a little part of it. I question the ways of the divine one above. Was she a truly blessing, like the people said? People would say she's a blessing. But I, as a mother, was facing all that. Was she truly a blessing, like people said? Am I the fortunate chosen one who needs to safely secure her precious smile whenever she shall in future tread? She's the perfect one, blessed to an imperfect me. Heaven's special child in his womb, till now she dwelled. With a tear in my eye and a tug in my heart, tenderly I carried her and to my bosom tightly held. And these are literally those emotions, Sometimes I used to feel, why me? And then I used to hold her. No, she's a special one. She's making me special. Whatever recognition whatever little recognition I have is maybe because of her, because of her presence in my life. So this is my journey. Anybody wants to ask anything or find out, please, Ayesha.
मेरे कने वर्ड्स नहीं है लिटरली, आई डोंट नो. एंड ऑल थैंक्स टू योर फ्रेंड्स जिसने तुमको पुश किया कि प्लीज पोइट्री डालो सोशल मीडिया पे, एंड देन दैट्स हाउ वी नो कि निशा टंडन एक ऑथर भी है, एक पोएट भी है. दिस ड्राइविंग फैक्टर्स जो आपके लाइफ में आए हैं ना, वो हमारे लिए भी बहुत बोन हो गए कि अदरवाइज वी वुड नॉट हैव नोन व्हाट इज निशा टंडन या हु इज निशा टंडन. एंड वी आर प्रिविलेज्ड एंड ब्लेस्ड कि आप आई और आपका जो जर्नी है वो शेयर करिए. मेरे को ना आंख में काटे हैं लिटरली. एसी मैंने 20 पे रखी थी, अभी फिर 18 में किया है मैंने, मेरे को फिर भी मेरे को पसीने छूट रहे हैं. मतलब लाइक आई डोंट नो, यू आर अ रेबल रियली. और आपके जैसा वो जो स्ट्रेंथ है ना, हर एक औरत को मिले इंशाल्लाह.
Hi Nisha, this is Sadia Tariq. How are you?
Sadia, thank you so much. I think you made that video, if I'm not wrong.
नहीं, Radhya it is.
Acha, Radhya did. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
This is Radhya and I'm Sadia.
So maybe I got confused with that. Sorry.
No, only S and R are different.
हाँ जी.
So thank you so much, Nisha, for speaking your heart out. and I could feel your journey while you were speaking, and really hats off to you. And as you said, really, we all must have this belief that whatever is in our life, it has a reason. So God wanted you to be blessed with her, and He wanted you to be strong enough to be. Maybe there are so many others who are following your footsteps, and you might not even know.
Yes.
So through you, He is giving light to so many others around you. God bless you. Take care of her. Take care of yourself. Loads of blessings and loads of duas for you. Keep smiling, keep shining, keep writing.
Thank you so much.
Ameen.
Hello, Miss
Yes.
Nisha, Bhavna here.
Hi,
And-
Bhavna.
Hi. And yeah, it was a very, very inspiring story and very, I mean, awestruck kind of a story. I can understand. I did some work with special needs. I can absolutely understand, as a mother, I mean, what your journey must have been. And I think, the best part about any special need child is they are so accepting the way
Yes,
we cannot be.
correct.
You know,
Selfless.
we judge, we actually have our do's and don'ts, but they don't. They are like, they have love for everyone, absolutely everyone. They never differentiate, and that is one of the best part is of having a kid like that with us.
True, true,
Hats off to
absolutely.
you, and hats off to your courage.
Thank you, Bhavna. Really means a lot. Yeah.
It was amazing listening to you, actually.
There's so many things which are unexplored. Emotions. It's a journey.
Oh,
We
yes.
cannot. Yeah. So if you are living it each day, every day is different. This is what I
So,
feel.
yeah, so I'm an educational counselor, but I do get a lot of parents coming in with special needs children. And it's always, those sessions are the best, when you deal with them, you understand them. It's like amazing.
True. And I also want to add, Ayesha, because despite all these, I did not give up. Once my children were around, 10, 12 years old, in that age, I wanted to get back. I just didn't I knew I can balance, and my husband used to be traveling all the time. He's like, I was stationed in Mumbai, and he would, because he was with the Taj, he would go to, like 2 years he was in Goa, then he was in Maldives, then he was in Lucknow. But we refused to move because we did not want, their education to be so suffering. So I started my own company, in 2011, recruitment company from Mumbai. And I said, even that I was a career-oriented woman. If I was like pursuing my career today, I would have been in a top position, But I have no regrets because side by side, I'm also doing recruitment, getting people from Nepal and Sri Lanka to Middle East. So everything I have tried to balance, कि जो मेरी इच्छाएं हैं वो भी मरनी नहीं चाहिए. Just because I'm a homemaker, like all of us, we should not give up on our dreams. This is what I feel. Don't feel guilty. If you find time for yourself, don't feel guilty. If you take out a little time, leave the children or the family on one side and do what pleases you, what makes you happy, you should. This is what I feel. This is a message for all of us. I mean, all of us women.
Absolutely.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I mean, if we follow our passion, at least when we are happy from inside, we are able to, share that happiness or spread that happiness in our family. The
Absolutely.
content.
Absolutely. Bhavna, very well said. Yeah, true.
Wow. मिस निशा, क्या बोलूं मैं, मेरे पास आज वर्ड्स के कमी पड़ रहे हैं. मेरी हैदराबादी भी कहीं घूम हो गई रास्ते में. अदरवाइज आधे टाइम मेरा क्रैक जोश चला रहता है वहां पे. आज मेरे को कुछ आ रहा भी नहीं है. Girls, I think I don't know. She is a gem of a person, and I'm so glad, thank goodness, that I met you finally. Last year, Kitu was actually doing a ramp walk. She was there. Yes. और I stood there. मैं front में ही बैठी थी. तो somehow मेरे को placement भी वहीं पे मिला. And then I was there standing for her whole time. जब भी वो आती, मतलब एक aura लेके आती. बाकी सारे models भी चल रहे हैं. ये जैसे चलती ना, पूरे हॉल को एक लाइटिंग जैसे कर देती वहां पे. तो पता नहीं, मेरे को ऐसा था कि मैं इसके साथ एक सेल्फी ले लूंगी. But there was another special child. Kavya, I believe her name was
Navya,
हाँ,
Navya.
नव्या it was. तो उनके साथ मेरे को पिक्चर मिल गया, बट मैंने किटू गायब हो गई, मेरे को इतना मिली ही नहीं है लोग. फिर देन आई वाज लाइक ये सीजन में मिल गए हैं लोग मुझे, बट किटू से अभी भी मिलना है मुझे. एंड यस,
For
शी
sure.
इज अ diva, like she said, and a born fighter. मतलब like इतना हिम्मत ना अल्लाह हमें भी दे दे, you know, like you're blessed, I would say, Miss Nisha, because of course it's because of your upbringings and your positive mindset and your attitude
Yes.
जो आपने अपने बच्चे में inculcate किया, otherwise वो easy नहीं होता. I've been into the teaching profession, I've seen how difficult it is to break this news to the parents that your child is a special needs child.
It's
Most of
like
them they deny.
not easy. And then, you know, acceptance. I think, you know, when I started my blogging also, you know, have been blogging on and off, but hers perpetually, you know, downs page karke on my website. I have written a journey, good, bad, ugly, everything, you know, because what happens is a lot of people have got inspiration and taken up that, you know, the child is a project. कि हाँ हम इसको, you know, I remember last year's award में we were sitting, you know, I had gone up on stage to take my award, and no, sorry, Anoushka was walking the run. There's another parent who was sitting next to my husband, and he had tears in his eyes. So my husband asked, "What happened?" He's saying, "I have a Down syndrome daughter who's 6 years. Will she ever do something like this?" You know, Sushil also had tears. He said, "Why not? Why?" As a parent, we have to be their strength. We have to have that belief in my child that yes, my child can do. So I think that is important. That is important.
Absolutely. And it's not easy for parents actually to understand कि
Exactly.
नहीं ये हो सकता है. बहुत बार difficulty होती है. There are teachers here and, you know, educators जो हमारे साथ हैं, they would understand it better कि हम जब news break करते हैं कि आपके बच्चे में problem है या फिर ऐसा है जिसको हम करा सकते हैं ठीक, मतलब like, you know, there are ways, there are solutions for that. ऐसे नहीं कि ये इसको it's untreated or something like that, but they deny कि मेरा बच्चा normal है, you know.
Yes.
वो मुश्किल हो जाता है parent को समझाने, but then you took it with grace. वो है आपकी beauty, you know, that says कि you accept challenges, you embrace them, and then you find solutions to fight. And this is a new learning for us all.
I would
Acceptance
like
is
to
the
say
Amazing.
something,
key.
actually,
First thing is
if
acceptance.
it's okay.
Acceptance, yeah.
Yes, Nadine.
Hi, Miss Nisha. My name is Nadine, and thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Nadine, I can. Thank you.
Thank you for your speech. I mean, it was really wonderful to know your journey. And, you know, when you were talking, the first thing that crossed my mind actually is one of my close friends also. She happens to have a Down syndrome child. And, you know, the problem starts from the mentality of the doctors itself, I guess,
Yes.
because when she was diagnosed with that, the option given to her was directly for an abortion. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I think that's where the mentality starts from, and parents tend to get scared that, okay, if you're asking me to abort the child, means maybe my child might really be bad, you know, and no one ever would want to have a child who is not normal. Do you get me what I'm saying?
True, absolutely.
But I think, and I believe that once you are having such a child, a special child, God himself gives you the
Strength.
like, if he gives you as a test the child, but he's so merciful that he will give you the love and acceptance automatically, and he'll make you so strong towards that child. Today, when I see my friend, I'm surprised. I can't believe that she's that kind of a mother, you know. She doesn't care about what the world thinks of her child.
Absolutely.
And I think that automatically comes with your baby as a blessing, you know. So that's what I wanted to say. And secondly, you mentioned that your husband was in Yemen, and I am from Yemen. So I just wanted to, you said he works for Taj.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know, was he in Aden or he was in Sana? Which
No, he was in Sana. We were there for 5 years.
Awesome. Were your daughters in school at that point of time?
My daughter, older one, was in school. She went to that American International School.
Okay.
Just for, we were there for 5 years, but she's born in 2001. So for 5 years, like until she was the age of 5, we were there. Then we came back, relocated to Hyderabad and then Mumbai.
Awesome. Because I have, weirdly, I have heard your husband's name. Okay. And I think mainly because we used to keep coming to this hotel, like for my mom's appointments in the salon, or it used
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be
Then you would
by
know. Then you
for
would
the
know.
restaurants, and we had a lot of school events. So I used to go to Indian Embassy School in Yemen.
Yes.
And yeah, we used to have a lot of events over
Maybe
there.
we've come across. We used to go there often too.
See, weird
So let's connect.
connection, but
Let's
yeah,
connect
it felt really good when I
later.
heard that.
Awesome. ये तो कहाँ से कहाँ स्टोरी निकला.
Absolutely.
आपके हस्बैंड फेमस हो गए. I haven't met him अभी तक. और ये यहाँ से
No, I'm
हमारे
sure even
WHH
I
activity में.
haven't met him, but I heard this name weirdly. Like, you know,
Hoga, because he was, yeah, he was like quite a popular. He's quite a popular guy. Wherever he goes, he's very popular. मेरे से ज़्यादा इसलिए मैं सामने लाती नहीं हूँ. मैं उनको
and
पीछे
actually,
रखती हूँ,
my
please.
mom is such a person that whoever she meets, she will talk for hours. You know, she's
so-
that kind of a person. So I used to be in this, like whenever we used to go to the hotel, we used to stay there for quite some time. So that's the reason we know a lot of people there. So maybe that's how I heard this name. But anyways, it was lovely to know, you know, that you have a connection with Yemen.
Yes, nice, nice, Naveen.
Amazing.
Miss
So
Nisha,
thank you. Yes, yes,
थोड़ा सा
Alia.
हाँ, just a minute I'll take, not much. ये listening to your story, I really would say you deserve a standing ovation from
अरे
all of
नहीं
us.
नहीं.
नहीं, the
Of
strength
course.
you show,
Of course.
because
Yes, yes.
you know somewhere people who have
Can we
children
actually
of
give
the-
a standing ovation?
Yeah.
अरे नहीं यार. Don't do this. Don't do this.
Yes.
नहीं सही में क्योंकि है ना, what I mean to say, Miss Nisha, some parents who have children of determination, they themselves become so gloomy and all that taking the further step with a strong mentality becomes a big challenge for them.
True.
Or basically being a teacher, I have also come across in my tenure with few of the children of determination, as now the society is accepting them as inclusion in schools. तो मेरे भी टेन्योर में 2 साल ऐसे बच्चे रहे हैं मेरे अंडर में. तो apart from the parents, I would say to teachers also who have such children in their class, you also believe in them. Don't just depend on the assistant who's assisting that child for the special educator or what. Because I have seen a big change in one of my child who was termed as a child of determination. But I really that year fought with my higher authorities also, saying he will achieve the required outcomes, what are needed at that age level. And I would say that I tried to give my best. And Alhamdulillah, the outcome was so wonderful that though I have left the school now, yet the father is still in touch with me, and he
How
always
wonderful.
says that the child has really progressed, Miss Alia, along with your teaching methodology and all. So we as teachers also somewhere can bring a brighter and a, you know, futuristic change in their positive lives. Like, so
You know, this is a
always I
battle
don't-
which you can't, you know,
Yes.
fight single-handed. We need people like you, teachers, you know, the community to come forward.
Yes,
That is how.
Yes, I agree totally.
और चिल्ड्रन ऑफ डिटर्मिनेशन के बदले मैं उनको हमेशा बोलती थी एंजल्स इन डिस्गाइज वो बच्चों को.
Actually,
Because I
they
don't know,
are.
I have a very special connection with them since the time I was doing my teaching degree, because we had a internship with them and all. So it was an instant liking towards them, and all my prayers for all these children, I would say. And Allah bless them in every walk of their lives.
Ameen.
Thank you so much.
Thank
I'd
you
like
so
to
much,
add up
Alia.
that Nisha is the embodiment of where there is a will, there is a way. You know, she's a perfect example of it. The very fact that she pulled this entire thing with the brightest smile on her face, and whenever she meets you, you know, हमारी दाल भी जल जाती है तो यार आज दाल जल गई, you know, we are like shortest thing goes wrong in our life, and all our expressions are on our face. And this lady here, she's pulled it up with a smile. So what kind of aura she has given to the child is the aura that we need to learn as parents. That is exactly what we need. Our children want to know that you are the happiest when they are around. They want to know that they are the blessing in your life.
Yes, yes.
Irrespective of their passing a test or not, irrespective of their clearing the universities or not, they are the biggest prize in our life, and we have to bring up this aura, and that I have always learned from you. The first day when I've met you, always so open-hearted, always happy about everything. The life is beautiful, you're beautiful, everything is good. That kind of aura that you bring across and you brighten the room is something that I'm taking away from you every time I meet you, and from Anoushka for that matter. I'm the diva. Everything is beautiful. The world is beautiful. That kind of energy that you have given up to her also is clearly visible, and that is a reason. I'm more big a fan of her than Amitabh Bachchan, and she has that date that you chose will definitely stay. When she goes on the stage, I'm like, she's born on Amitabh Bachchan's village. She's gonna outshine him. You just wait and watch. So all your decisions will pay off someday. And I have special connections with all the Down syndrome kids, because I met my husband in one of those camps where after our work, I used to go and help out the kids to my capacity. And my husband was there as a capacity of a physician. I was there as a dentist to meet these kids. And I must tell you, as doctors, we love Down syndrome kids. They are our dream patients.
How
so
sweet.
Cooperative. They are so sweet, always happy. Any instruction you give them, they are more than happy to comply with them. No nuisance ever. Like, they are the dream patients for every doctors. We love Down syndrome kids, and that is where we bonded. And I've met him for the first time there, and from there to now 10 years. And I must say, like, we always, whenever we saw Anoushka together on the ramp walk, and we were cheering so loud. And like, these are the most beautiful kids on earth. Like, they are angel in disguise, and we love them. All of the special kids. And it's so great, Ayesha, that you're bringing up parents who share their journey. It's not easy. You might be smiling today, but I can feel the tears, because I personally know of the friends who have some cardiac ailments or something with their newborn kids, and being poets, they have shut down their poetry's social media accounts, because it's like, we're not able
to
concentrate.
Disclose. Yeah, that's very sad.
The feelings go out, and people are like, hey, you're writing some sad things. What is wrong with your child? They don't want to tell. They don't want to tell that they're on and off the hospitals every time. They don't want to disclose. And people are like, hey, why you're hiding from it? It's not hiding. They don't want to talk about it. They want the best for the child. Till they are researching, until they are there, they don't want to discuss about it. So it is every parent's decision that they hide something or disclose something. And the fact that you have come out of a successful career and now you're speaking about it will give so much brightness to these new parents who have kids in some kind of ailments or some specialty. So, they will feel that, okay, it's okay. We can just keep our strength, and someday we will be in a position to inspire maybe others. So
absolutely,
it is commendable that you're coming forward with that smile. You're speaking it up. It's not easy, but I really, really respect you for that.
Thank you, Supriya. Really means a lot. You said everything in such a beautiful way. It makes me feel even, better about myself,
Oh, of course, you have to feel. We all feel better about you after the session. You have to feel better about yourself.
I would like to
and yes, we need an autograph of Anoushka, please, in my autograph book.
Hello, Miss Nisha.
Yes, Radhya.
Yes. Hello, Miss Nisha. Thank you for sharing your inspirational journey. I can totally feel the pain and the struggle you went through as a mother, as a wife, as a human being. I just pray to God that God gives you more strength to carry on and makes your life ahead, full of happiness and laughter. Keep shining, keep writing. God bless you.
Thank you, Radha. Thank you. Really means a lot. And thank you for the wonderful video.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
You deserve more.
Yes, totally, Radhya. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. But then, हम जा नहीं रहे हैं यहाँ. We have Richa who's going to sing a song and dedicate a song to Miss Nisha here. Of course, so award-winning singer है. तो आज हमारे लिए गाना गाएंगी definitely. And उसके बाद we will see you soon. Alternate Mondays हैं. फिर से और एक Monday मिल जाएंगे हम लोग with another guest speaker. Okay, over to you, Miss Richa. Last moment request है, मैंने WhatsApp पे किया, रिचा प्लीज वो गाना गा दे प्लीज. तो बोली आयशा लिरिक्स हाल मैंने बोला देख के गा बच्चा. तो रिचा देख
बिल्कुल गाने से पहले तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आयशा थैंक यू सो मच कि तुमने निशा से मिलवाया. लाइक व्हाट अ वंडरफुल सेशन. सीरियसली आई वाज हैविंग गूज़बम्प्स. मतलब ऐसे ध्यान से सुन रहे थे ना. जो आपकी जर्नी इज लाइक अमेजिंग. एंड हैट्स ऑफ you're such a strong person because you know हम लोग की life में छोटे छोटे प्रॉब्लम्स आते रहते हैं, हम लोग इतना डिमोटिवेट हो जाएंगे, नेगेटिव हो जाएंगे, ये कैसे होगा, वो कैसे है ना. आपका जर्नी हैज बीन लाइक अप्स एंड डाउन्स, इतना स्ट्रगल आए, लेकिन यू आर लाइक अमेजिंग अमेजिंग एंड आई वुड लव टू मीट यू. आपसे तो बहुत जल्दी मिलना है, सीरियसली.
श्योर रिचर्ड, हमारा टाइटल भी सेम है टंडन, तो जरूर अब तो कोई कनेक्शन निकाल लेंगे पुराना.
And Anoushka is unique, she's magical, and I would love to meet her. And as Supriya said, हम भी बिल्कुल मिलेंगे, and I also want an autograph, उसका लेना है बिल्कुल.
Please do
For
share our
sure.
Insta ID, Miss Nisha, if you can share our Insta ID so that I can
Yeah,
follow.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very simple. Diva.Anoushka. I mean, I'll just write it here. And really, a lot of things that I have written, you know, a lot of people have come back to me that can we also join this forum? Can we, you know, that encourages a lot of parents. So some people may think I'm like very FB savvy, or, you know, like I'm showing off, but it's not that, you know. Sometimes you need to reach out to the society to tell them, we have done this, why don't you do it for your child?
Exactly.
So I'll just write it down here.
Yes, please, please.
Yes, please. And Radhia, then you can write it in the WhatsApp group as well. Yeah. Yes, guys, let's mute ourselves. Over to you, Richa.
Thank you, Ayesha. So ये Ayesha ने कहा गाना है, हमने कहा I was actually singing some other song, but ये वाला song is I think close to everybody's heart. So I'll sing few lines of तारे ज़मीं पर.
Oh my God.
Yes. Please.
देखो इन्हें, ये हैं ओस की बूंदे, पत्तों की गोद में है, आसमां से कूदे, अंगड़ाई ले फिर करवट बदल कर, नाजुक से मोती हंस दे फिसल कर, खो न जाएगी तारे ज़मीं पर, ये तो है सर्दी में धूप की किरणें, उतरे जो आंगन को सुनहरा सा करने, मन के अंधेरों को रोशन सा कर दे, ठिठुरती हथेली की रंगत बदल दे, खो न जाएगी तारे ज़मीं पर. Thank you so much.
My God. You have such a mellifluous voice. You have such a soulful voice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you
It was
so much.
lovely. God bless
Thank you. Thank you so much.
मेरा काजल निकाली थी रिचा
मेरा भी.
थी वहां तक.
अरे नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं. मेरा अभी गला बहुत खराब चल रहा है because मेरा टाइलिंग वर्क चल रहा है. Since a month my voice is like totally changed. बहुत ही hazy हो गई है.
It's the sign of a big singer. जब गला खराब हो.
Yes, इंशाल्लाह तभी इनको हम गवाते हैं हर एक WHH
आप लोग का
सेशन
प्यार
में.
है बस, और कुछ नहीं. आप लोग का प्यार and blessings है, that's all.
She is amazing with her voice, of course. Or yeah, what a best way to sum this up, you know, with this song, a very favorite song of mine, and I thought ki ye best hoga. All thanks to Alia. She was the one who suggested this, and I was like, of course Alia, but last moment hai, to maine last moment mein Richa ko bola, and Richa was like very nicely, of course kar denge hum to kar denge, hum dekh ke गा लेंगे. So thank you Richa, thank you Alia for suggesting, and thank you each one of you for being here, and thank you Miss Nisha. We love you so much.
Yes.
Be the strong woman you are, and keep inspiring all of us.
Correct.
Inshallah.
True.
And stay connected. छोड़ना नहीं हमारा साथ.
अरे कभी नहीं, अभी तो रिश्ता जन्म का है. And I think thanks to, you know, my blood group that I'm like this, it's be positive. So I literally live that be positive. So
Mashallah.
So thank you so much once again, and thank you everybody who attended. I mean, it's like mothers from one mother to the other mother. It's like we are, क्या हमने achieve किया doesn't matter. It's just like the connect that we have formed, and I just hope and pray it continues in future. Thank you so much.
Inshallah. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, Miss
Thank you,
Nisha.
everyone.
We'll
Thank
see you
Nisha.
all.
Thank you for taking your time.
उसके बाद वाला मंडे में. अभी देखो मंडे रिलैक्स कर
उसके
दो
बाद
उसके
वाला
बाद
Yes.
and we are going to
कैलेंडर
have
में भी देखना
another
पड़ेगा
another best speaker coming up और फिर बाद में so निशा अगर टाइम मिले आप भी ज्वाइन कर लेना, that would be nice.
For sure.
ठीक
Morning
है?
hours are fine with me. Morning hours, these hours.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Of course, chalo guys, let's say bye bye
You
now.
then.
I
Bye.
know time is
Bye
up.
bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Love you
Thank you
all.
all.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Yes, Miss
Bye,
Poonam, you
everyone.
can stop the
Bye-bye.
recording.